Welcome back to the DAZN Boxing Show. I go by the name of Barak.
And I'm Barak, the boxing bully.
Nice of you to join us. A lot to get into. Looks like AJ Fury put their little smack talking on hold. The ladies did not fight Barak. I'm so disappointed. We'll get into Claressa Shields, Savannah Marshall, Baumgartner, Mayer, all that stuff right now. It's the opening bell. First off, Barak, when I tell you I was excited this weekend to watch these ladies really get it in, I mean, I had a night plan. Well, you know, an early evening plan, because you know the fight was supposed to be across the pond, so it would have been fairly early here. But because of the death of the Queen of England, everything stopped. So condolences to the royal family. Seems that all sporting events were postponed, canceled, or whatnot. So it looks like the tentative date is October 15th, if I'm not mistaken. Even the girls put out a video, Michaela May and Claressa Shields, on social media, looking over, over their balconies at the hotel to the O2 Arena and just in anguish from not being able to fight Barak. I mean, what was your first thought when you heard, hey, these fights are not happening?
Oh, I was upset, just like the women. Listen, I'm so excited. It just sounds so cliche. I'm so excited about this fight. You know, when guys don't have something to say, that's what we say. It's going to be an exciting.
But I was being genuine.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about in general, like all of us, even myself sometimes. You know what I mean? But this one, I'm so serious. I'm very excited about it. I want to ask you, though, which one were you more looking forward to? Which fight? Was it Baumgartner and Mayer, or was it Shields?
I'm going to be honest with you. It was definitely Baumgartner and Mayer. Because I really truly feel that Claressa Shields is just levels above Savannah. Now I know Savannah's a threat. I know she can punch, but I just think Claressa Shields, in my opinion, I think she wins that fight easily, meaning outboxes her. And I just feel like the Michaela Mayer Baumgartner fight, there's not that there's more at stake. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up for me and a lot of fight fans out there, because I keep going back and forth with their styles, so I can't really pick a winner in that fight. So when I feel like that about a fight, it's a great fight. So that's why I was excited about that one. Now,
I think on paper it's more closer to 50-50 when you talk about Baumgartner and Mayer, and that's the intrigue for that. And when it comes to Claressa Shields, yes, Savannah is a threat, but in reality, Claressa is so dominant. On paper, she should not be a threat, because that's how good Claressa is. But yes, I'm excited about that. I think the animosity between Baumgartner and Mayer
it's crazy.
It's off the hook. It's going to be crazy.
And I'm not saying that to say that I'm not excited to see Claressa fight. I just think that she's just levels above Savannah. Now, the interesting thing about this, and we won't stay too long on this, Barak, is October 15th is roughly about a month away, if that does indeed happen. Now, when fighters get prepared for a fight like this, of this magnitude, and make weight, it's not easy. You won't be able to keep that weight to October 15th, so you kind of got to maybe gain some of it back, but not crazy, still stay on a diet, and then still make that weight October 15th. So this is going to tell a real tale. Who stays closer to their fighting weight more than the other fighter. Meaning, they might, I don't know, maybe Michaela Mayer blows up, maybe Baumgartner does. This is gonna tell a big tale this month. It kind of reminds me of back when 9/11 happened. Actually, 9/11 was yesterday, the anniversary, when Tito Trinidad fought Bernard Hopkins, and they had to wait. Tito could not go back to Puerto Rico. He had to stay here for another 2 weeks in order for that fight to happen. So it's interesting as to what's going to happen with the weight and who is comfortably going to make weight on the 15th.
I think because so much is at stake, I think everybody's going to handle themselves professionally and just be on top of their game. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm so looking forward to this. I think that both fights are intriguing, but I have to agree with you that Baumgartner-Mayer is just a little bit more intriguing, because Baumgartner just had this incredible knockout of Harper, putting her as one of the best in that division. So you got the two best in that division fighting, and it's
real
incredible.
Quick, last thing on this, Barak, I'm not sure if you know, on the 15th, there are going to be tons of fights. I'm talking about Wilder Helenius. I'm talking about Kambosos versus Devin Haney 2, and also the Rockman Belfort fight on DAZN X series. So there's going to be a lot of fights on that particular weekend. I don't know why they chose that weekend. I don't know, maybe it makes sense, for ESPN and those folks. Nevertheless, that's what's going on with that fight. As far as Tyson Fury and AJ, they've been going back and forth on social media in terms of split, 60-40. AJ and Eddie Hearn's already agreed to the 60-40 offer from Fury and his team, but the talk is on hold right now. Everything is on hold across the pond because of the death of the Queen. So it looks like there's a big possibility that fight will happen. I'm not sure about the date yet. I know Aegis, Usyk's manager, put out some tweets saying that I guess he's shook, that Fury, kind of saying that Fury is scared of Usyk. But I truly think that Fury is trying to maybe give the British fans what they wanted. And maybe it doesn't have the same spunk because AJ's coming off a loss, but it's still a massive fight. And he's figuring, hey, if I can get this one in now, I'm not upset at that.
Yeah, first of all, they're going to resume negotiations this week. But this is interesting because it was Fury that's been very vocal, but he's been vocal on social media. So that's not real negotiations, but that's his style. And I like it because it just keeps the talk going. But now the ball is in his court. When you got Eddie Hearn saying, hey, we accept that, 60-40, let's go. Now we're going to see if Fury was serious about him wanting to fight Joshua in the interim of a unification bout for all of the belts.
But Barak, earlier I mentioned about all the fights on the 15th, and I thought about the Rockman fight on the DAZN X series. This past weekend, there was more entertainers fighting on Fight TV, YouTubers. Now, Anderson Gibb, Barak, I just have to mention, is a totally different fighter than he was when he fought Jake Paul. He looked really impressive knocking out McBroom, and our guy.
He swept McBroom? Is that what it was? He swept him? Listen, man, who the heck is McBroom, first of all? And Anderson Gibb, okay, he wasn't a fat guy like he was in the first time. Am I fat shaming, body shaming? Who cares? He was fat, But he did look better. And that's the thing. You looking better for what? To get that rematch with Jake? That's what I want to see. If not, I don't really care. I don't really care what's going on over there.
And by the way, Barak, our guest that joined us, Mr. Future Hall of Famer in the NFL, Adrian Peterson, unfortunately was caught with a mean right hand. It's been viral. It's gone viral all over social media, and he was knocked out. And he came out on social media and kind of addressed the people. He gave his opponent his just due. He said, listen, I tip my hat off to you. I got caught with a shot. And it seems like he still wants to get back in the ring. He said, hopefully he has a chance to redeem himself, but he was humble in his loss. He said, I got caught out there. He got hit with a vicious shot, bro.
Beautiful, man. And I'm talking about the humility. And I want to give much respect to Adrian Peterson because, first of all, if you're coming from a different sport and you're a superstar in that sport, it takes a lot of guts to get in front of somebody and get in front of the whole world and be scrutinized this way in a sport that's not your number one sport. You know what I mean? Yes, you're very athletic, but this is not your thing. And to put yourself under that kind of microscope, it says a lot. So much respect to him, and I hope he's okay. And even live on to fight again if he wants.
And lastly, Barak, UFC legend Nate Diaz, he goes out with a huge win. Now, everybody knows this was his last fight in the UFC. He was supposed to fight Chimaev. Now, we all know that this guy is a real savage in the ring, but because of him missing weight, 7-8 pounds overweight, he had to fight somebody else. He fought Tony Ferguson, and he got the W in the 4th round. Look, Barak, this guy is, he's a fighter's fighter, and I like the fact that he got the opportunity to go out with the win, and now he hints at maybe starting a boxing promotion.
Okay, I like to see how that turns out. It's cool. It's a tough sport.
You don't sound too excited about that.
Hey, I want to see fighters fight. Right. You know what I mean? Promotion company, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. I don't know how that's gonna, get us excited. But
well, maybe if he's one of the fighters and he's possibly fighting, maybe a Jake Paul. Jake Paul has been calling him out. We all know that Jake wants big names, big fights. What's a bigger fight than Jake Paul and Nate Diaz? I know he talked about
I say a
McGregor.
Bigger fight is Nate Diaz and McGregor.
But I'm talking about in a boxer.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about too.
So you think Nate Diaz versus McGregor in a boxing ring is bigger than Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul?
I think there's millions and millions of MMA fans, and they will tune in to see that. And there's going to be a bunch of boxing fans that are curious, and I think they're going to see that. And maybe the winner fight Jake Paul. You know, I just want to remind you how fighters like Andre Ward would say they sparred with Nate Diaz. They sparred with the Diaz brothers, and those guys can those guys can fight, not just bang, but those guys can actually box. So I'd like to see the kind of skills that he has in the ring.
Yeah, Barak, no doubt. I'm looking forward to seeing Nate in the ring against McGregor, Jake Paul, any top name. Hey, listen, it's fight week. That's right. Canelo versus Triple G. The trilogy is going down. Barak and I will be in Las Vegas. We'll be doing DBS Live during the weigh-in, the prelims, all that is going down. A bunch of content coming your way here on DAZN. That's our show for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace and love. Stay safe. See you in Vegas.